Hello and welcome everyone to Stranded Alien Dawn, where I'm gonna be putting my survival skills to the test and try to keep some, how shall we put it, some elderly folks alive in this game. As far as the settings go, we are always gonna go on hard difficulty because, why not? And the seed, we could keep this one because it doesn't matter, but we could also just name it something that I would find comical. Medicare. If you guys don't know, Medicare is basically a social program in the United States for the elderly population. And so, since we're going to be putting them through so much, they're going to need some care. The victims, or survivors, in question are going to be Carter, Daniel, Vivian, and Yoko. Because as it turns out, they're the only survivors that are 65 plus years old. Even Annette doesn't cut it. She's only 62. A young girl. But Carter here, he's a career criminal. He has some really cool traits where he learns twice as fast, but needs to relax twice as often. So we might have a little bit of a meltdown on this man, but he seems to be pretty good overall, and honestly our best hope. Then we have Daniel, a space archaeologist and quite a brilliant and caring man. So caring indeed that he decided to be a pacifist and absolutely not help at all at combat. However, his traits allow him to have occasional insights to boost the current research. It's absolutely amazing. It's the same one that Krista has. But yeah, it will be useless in battle. Unlike Vivian, who is basically a superstar, the sexiest crafter alive, as far as some things go, at least. A courageous parent who escaped a really bad situation with her son, but he is no more. She is the only survivor, and she will have to do so by being an avid tailor. She has 4 times work speed when crafting stuff from fabrics or leather. Basically, our winters are gonna be a breeze. She's not gonna be able to heal us, but nobody's perfect. And then we come to our last, our femme fatale, Yoko, grandmother of Ken. Now we already know she's a badass. Ken is a gem. However, she might even be more badass than Ken. Known as Magnolia back in the day, she was a calculating and merciless woman who used her money and reputation to create an underground business dealing in poisons and assassinations. Her traits are actually very particular. She has bloodlust as well, which means she gains happiness when killing or observing death, which Ken also had. But she's also a crafting teacher, which occasionally improves the crafting of others. That might come in handy, I think. As far as their roles go, you can tell that the combat situation is going to be pretty bad. There's only one person with combat too, and that's Carter. Everybody else has no combat or incapable. We are screwed. So this is my group of elderly gentlemen and ladies, and let's see who is going to cry first. Here we go. The first thing is whether the seed will be a good seed or not. I would have liked to land over here, but I guess that was not in the cards. We are going to be landing somewhere there in the trees. Okay, pause right away. This is not terrible. It's really flat. Now, I don't know how fertile it is, but it's really flat. So we definitely have that going for us. We have a lot of trees. Not bad. We have this area here, which unfortunately doesn't seem to have any tubers in it. Tubers are like little honey alien plants, I suppose. We call them tubers. I don't know why. But yeah, they're amazing. However, they usually do grow around mountains, so we might be able to plant some ourselves here. Not too bad. We have some mushrooms here. We have some squash. That's good for food. We have a lot of trees. The tree situation is looking good. Ooh, and here is our corn. So yes, I've played this a lot. I do know what to do. So we're going to try to have like a really good start here. We have a decent amount of corn. So as soon as we observe that, we'll be able to harvest it. And we just need to keep it around until we are able to make antibiotics with that, which is very, very necessary for the winter. I think down here we have some metal, some ore. Just examining the start, Oh, here's some veggie leather. I'm trying to see if we have any tubers, but I don't see them around. That's going to be rough. We have no tubers and we have no berries, which means our only food is going to be corn. There's a lot of corn though. At least there's that. I'll take a look around. Maybe it's not too bad. But yes, starting with a bad seed can be really problematic. Oh, look, we have some berries here. Okay, we could walk all the way over here and get some. It's not the end of the world. It's not amazing, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, look how beautiful this little lake is. Oh, and we have some cotton. This is very important. It is far AF, but we have some cotton. Over here, this is tobacco. Ooh, the resources here are not amazing. But look, I'm just gonna give it a go. How bad could it be? And we have the baby of the group, Vivian, already crying. At least Daniel's trying to calm her down. That's nice of him. And Carter, too. Maybe they are gonna be friends this time around. And just to, make that a little bit possible, I'm gonna make sure that they have the most beautiful camp, guys. They're gonna be just fine. I'm not gonna be a monster to them. Not this time. No. Okay, so I'm gonna put 2 little shacks here. And in all honesty, you can just do like a little corner area here, so it's not too bad. You need sleeping spots right away, so you're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put them a little bit separate, so hopefully they don't wake each other up throughout the night. We're also gonna need a research desk, but we need to chop some trees for that. And then we're gonna need some stockpiles so they can start moving stuff here. Now, the easiest way to make stockpiles is to put them this way, because they can walk over the beds, so it doesn't disturb like their pathing. But otherwise, if you put it the other way, you could only put 1. So that's something to consider. Whenever you're putting stockpiles over here, you also want to do them this way. And the reason why you want stockpiles underneath the roof is because some materials decay over time. Let's just do it like this. I really like it. The plan is to have my farm here. And I don't know where I'm going to defend my base, but, maybe here. We'll figure it out, It will all come together or we'll die trying, literally. As far as management, they are going to need a nice amount of sleep, so I will go with 3, 6, 7. I'll go with 8 hours. I don't know if it's too much. Maybe 7 hours and just make them have anything time there in case they want to sleep. I'll have some relaxing time here. Maybe a little relaxing time here at the end. And a little bit of anything time in case they want to, take a break, have a walk, have a snack. I don't care. And as far as priorities go, I like going over here and clicking off the simple priorities, and then you'll see numbers. Carter is a jack of all trades, so that means that we can have him do a lot of things. However, it would be a waste to have him handle because this doesn't build a skill. It's probably the only one that doesn't build any skills. So he's not going to handle, he's not going to deliver. Well, maybe he has to deliver at like a 5, so at least he moves this stuff back. But mostly, he's going to be doing the hunting. That means the carving of all the animals. Since he is a level 3, so we're putting construction as a 2, I guess. Then he's going to do any cutting, scavenging, or mining. But since we're going to need him scavenging at the start, I'm going to have him just scavenge, and then we'll go from there, basically. So there's not going to be any hunt unless there's actually something to butcher. There's not going to be construct unless there's something to construct. So he's just going to be scavenging. Daniel is my researcher. That's all I want him to do. I will put him as a heal just in case somebody needs healing. Then he'll help out. But otherwise, he's free to just keep on researching. Vivian is my crafter, and that's going to be her primary state right there. However, she is pretty decent at other things, and she's interested in cooking. Honestly, it might be better to just make her cook as a 1 and craft as a 2, because otherwise she's never going to be able to cook. If you guys don't know how it works, is that the abilities go from left to right. So if you have several ones, for example, Daniel, if you have several ones where you have 1 here and 1 here, he will heal always first before he researches, because it's further to the left. So you don't have to beat yourself up if you want to keep 2 at 1, and then if you run out of numbers, you can just double them. It's not a big deal. And since there's not going to be anybody to do the farm, she's going to have to do it right now. Maybe if we get somebody else in the future, then they can do it. Or maybe I can have Carter help her, I think. Yoko is going to handle, and this is actually a very important task that you give your survivors. Handling refills all the torches, basically everything that has to be done around the camp, the furnaces, all of that is very, very important. But when she's not handling, I want her to be cutting, because we're going to need to cut a lot of trees, and that's going to be pretty much her start. She is also a really good crafter, but that's going to be like secondary, I think, because Vivian's here. So there you go, that's our plan. Carter is going to have the weapon, which always arrives here on the ship. And if you play on easier difficulty, you will have 2 weapons. But, no. Oh, I did not even anticipate another thing landing. I didn't even remember. Okay, good. Good thing we didn't plant our base over there, because that would have been really devastating. No, we're living here. Don't worry. Everything's still fine. Carter's making their little beds. Perfect. And then hopefully he'll get to scavenge so we can build these shacks. There we go. Transport away, my guys. Get to work. We're going to go ahead and do the plants first, because obviously getting the grain is the best thing. We don't really have a lot of food near us, so grain is most important. And then second most important, it's going to be over here, the cotton. So grain and cotton, that's really what I want him to observe. It's far, but it's worth it. I'm gonna set these 3 to cut. So I just select them over here, have them all cut that. Just because they're like the closest to my house, and it's just gonna be really nice to get rid of them. I'm also gonna cut these. These are bush. These are basically sticks. Oh, we also have some hay here. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, yeah, this area is not as bad as I thought. It's just that the cotton is really far away. And we're off to the races with Daniel observing plant. Carter already scavenged 169 fuel? Dude, Carter is a G. And Yoko is just chopping down all these sticks. These sticks are going to be so useful. Low food supply, 4 days. That always pops up, so don't be too worried. CPU core, not bad. Carter's just going from shipwreck to shipwreck. He's like, I'm going to touch them once. I'm going to touch every single one of them just once. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more here because we're going to need the storage. We're going to need the storage so bad. So I'm going to copy these guys. I'm going to do this little number, and this little number. That way you can fit 4 per little shack. I don't know how to do it more efficiently than that because that's the only way they can walk around them. Oh no, Vivian. Disagreed with Daniel's crash theory already, Vivian? Get along, woman. Share fears about their safety with Vivian. Oh, I don't think that's bad, though. I think she might like Vivian. Somewhat fed. Was pleased by Vivian. Oh, yay. Oh, they're getting along. See? It's all these immature children that never get along whenever I play them. Yeah, these elderly gentlemen and ladies are just an absolute dream. They really understand, you know, the struggle for survival, and they're gonna make it happen. Look, they're working at night. They're supposed to be sleeping right now. Not lazy at all. Eat, my man. Enjoy yourself. And in fact, let's make him a little table here. You know, he deserves the best. Put little chairs there. There we go. Wow. I'm such a benevolent leader. Daniel's almost done observing the leaf. And now he's finished. We got grain cob. A great discovery indeed. I'm going to have him harvest this. Well, Vivian, I guess, is the one that's going to do it. And she's going to harvest these as soon as she can. That's going to help a lot. It's basically going to get us food started and the ability to make some antibiotics. I'm going to have Daniel go and do the other plant. Yep, the one he's going to do right now because that one's really far. And it's also the cotton plant, which is very needed. It's like top 3 plants. You know, it's basically corn or grain grass. You can get the same thing from both of them. So corn, grain grass, then the little cotton plant. And then, I don't know, like if there's another one, I guess squash is pretty good. There's a couple other things that you might want to research, like this one too, because it gives you a buff. But as far as it goes, like the necessities are those 2. And speaking of necessities, let's see how good the growth is here. 80%. I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible. I mean, I will deal with 80%. I mean, there's 100% here where this is. I wish it was 100%. I wish it was closer to 100%, but, you know, I mean, we are who we are, and this is what it is. So we're going to have to go with 80%. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get the plants, but we can make a little bit of a bigger field. It's not the end of the world. So let's get started over here and see if we can make this happen. I am going to plant it over here. And because it is grain cob and it's the only thing I have, I'm going to go ahead and make the biggest one that I can. That's going to be Vivian working her little buttocks off, getting some of that going. Grain cob makes a type of food. So if you go over here and we make a campfire, we'll be able to see all the different types of food. So we might as well plop that down there. Now, if you want to make sure that they don't eat their cob, you go over here to the raw food and you click off the grain, which is going to help them a lot. Because if they eat that, you know, eating it raw is just not going to be as good. And then, you know, then they eat all the grain that you need for all the antibiotics. It's a little bit problematic, let's say. Just a tiny bit, a smidgen. Nice! Oh, Carter, I knew you were my favorite. I knew you were my favorite since the moment I saw you. Honestly, Carter is legit good. The only problem with Carter is that he's a little bit elderly. He's more elderly than the other elders. And it makes me a little bit worried that he's going to die on me. You know, he learns twice as fast, but he's 70 years old. And I'm just wondering if the game has a cap on lifetime, you know? He also has dementia. Oh, no. Carter! Carter! Oh, a smoke inhalation, that's fine. Don't worry about it. That's from all the work he's been doing. But damn it, dementia! Oh, Carter. Oh, my sweet, gentle Carter, please don't go on me. Are any of them sick? Irritable bowel on Daniel. Maybe he'll vomit more. I don't know. She's fine. She's fine. She's super happy. No. Okay, the girls are fine. The girls are healthy. The men, they have a few issues, but nothing we can't live with. I hope. Synthetic textiles. Lovely, lovely. We have to be careful when we craft, and we've acquired some of these. So if you guys don't know, it will allow you to make bandages and all of that with synthetic textiles, which is good in a pinch, but you definitely don't want to do it. If you can save these, you should. So that's why we're getting the cotton right away, all the way out there. I mean, Daniel is just observing so much bush. Yoko's gotten physical 1 already, which is really good. Look at her go. And she's chopping like a queen. I gotta say, I'm so happy with her. I mean, she doesn't have very good skills, but she's gonna get there. And maybe she can teach them a little bit of crafting. I'm thinking she'll probably craft the cement and all other materials like that. The stuff that doesn't require cloth and leather, basically. Oh, look at them all. My sweetums. Oh, never mind. They're disturbing each other already. Whine to Vivian about remaining stranded forever. Yoko, don't worry. I'm gonna get you out of here. I promise. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of time, but the time that they do have, I'm gonna use it wisely. Their descendants will get out of here. I hope. It takes Daniel so long to get over here. This poor man. He's just been huffing and puffing coming all the way over here. Since Carter's home, I'm gonna have him put on the helmet. I know it's somewhere here. He just left it on the ground. He's gonna be our fighter number 1. I know Yoko enjoys killing, and don't worry, girl, I will make you a killer. But I'm thinking Carter, since he does have the 2 times leveling skill, he'll be able to get his combat up a little bit faster. Plus, he looks really cute with his little helmet on. Oh, Daniel, he found comfort in Vivian's words. Are they actually getting along? This is so lovely. Oh, I love my people. For now. Vivian is harvesting this for the last time. Maybe we'll get another person who'll be able to do our yard. I feel bad for Vivian because she was not really signed up for this. She's mostly our crafter, but I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. And like I said, Carter will help. I'm gonna try to make him a little bit more diverse since he does have the 2x leveling. He's gonna be literally the jack of all trades. Oh, yes, Cloth Blossom, he did it. Go, Daniel. I'm gonna actually have him return home, and if he wants to observe the squash, he can. But I'm gonna start working on the research desk. Now, this one will allow me to know what kind of breakthroughs are gonna be available in this map. And every seed is different, so we'll have to see. We could get really lucky or we could get really unlucky. It remains to be seen. Carter is already physical 3. My God, he's a beast. Oh, no, my first thunderstorm. No. Okay, it only hit the chair. They are under roof, so they should be okay. It's going to damage a couple things until we actually get a rod to catch those little suckers. But we'll deal with that as soon as we can. You can tell here, too, I was looking at the Cloth Blossom. It requires farming 3, and apparently none of my people have farming 3. Oh, not like this. I could make Carter do it because he's gonna be the one that gets the farming 3 a lot faster. However, since Vivian is gonna do it most of the time, I suppose it would be best for Vivian to, get going on this. Commented the green cob. Oh, yay. Whine to Carter about remaining stranded forever. Daniel, please don't. Look, Carter is making you your little research desk. Be happy, my man. And now here's the time, the moment. What did we get? Okay. No. This is not terrible. We can do antibiotic production. That's going to make it super easy. It's only 12 hours, too. And spaceship deconstruction, very good. And also weaponsmithing, so they can actually help me fight. So I'm thinking these are like a good starter. The antibiotics, I don't even need it right away. But if they do get sick, it's nice to have. It's just you feel protected. So I'm going to do it. It's only 12 hours anyway. And he could have a breakthrough, so that would be even faster. The deconstruction allows you to get rid of this completely. So once they get at a 6 out of 6, it'll have the option not only to scavenge anymore, but to salvage. And then it'll eventually get removed from the world here. We have a lot of these. I've never had these many lands so close together. This might actually be really good for us. Like if Carter is able to get something good out of these, we're going to be in business. He already got gas. He already got a helmet. He already got synthetic cloth. We're actually not looking too bad. And as far as my breakthroughs go, we have graphene solar cells. That is the best of the solar cells. So that's really good. As you can tell, though, you need a lot of things to get to it. You're going to need metal refinement. You're going to need to find some electronics. You're going to need to do the power thing. So yeah, it's going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit, but this is a good one. Battery optimization, amazing. Doubled capacity in all batteries. That means you have to make less batteries, which is just so good. I can't even tell you. They break all the time, and then you end up needing a lot of electronics, and then you can't end up doing what you need to do. We have balloon optimization too, which halves the fuel consumed by hot air balloons. We need to still learn long distance travel, which is going to allow us to go into like areas on the map and basically scavenge resources, investigate things, maybe get new survivors. You know, it's going to be great. Do I care if they find a young person out there? Nah, I think with these 4, we have a winning team no matter what. We also have the improved railgun sniper, which is really good. This one's going to be really nice, but we're going to need to get to a certain point before we can use that. And carbon armor, which is also really good, but they both need a certain level of tech before we can get there. So basically, these breakthroughs are not early game breakthroughs, but they're really good. So I am very pleased. Honestly, Medicare is a bop of a seed. I'm going to have Vivian go over here and get the scrap and construct the campfire. I just want to see if she can make some stuff for us. We can at least get going with like 5 of these. I don't think it's that bad. And it will allow us to use a little bit of the grain crop without using all of it. She is doing so well. And I love bladed grass. Cut it all, please. We're going to need to observe these. Basically, Daniel is going to have to do a lot of observing. But I'm just really hoping that he can get this done and get to the desk as soon as possible. So I'm not going to put him to observe anything else out in the world. I don't know if it's because they're of a certain age, shall I say? But oh my God, are they up early? They don't sleep the full time. And I thought I was being very generous by letting them sleep this much. They don't even need it. Yeah, I got to tell you, they understand the mission. That's what I'm saying. They understand you work or you die. What a lovely spirit. Daniel's observing his last bush for a while. Boom, buttermelon. We're going to be able to do a lot with this. And in fact, the buttermelon and corn together are some of the best things you can get for food. Because you can eventually make it's kind of like a veggie pizza, I think. And it's going to end up feeding them and make them really happy. Oh, he shared his childhood memory with Vivian. Guys, these guys... They're getting along so well. I don't even know what to do. Oh, here we go. Buttermelon, buttermelon, buttermelon. A cause for celebration. Our first camp. We put together a camp as quickly as we could, considering the circumstances. We are not sleeping in the dirt. We have a roof over our heads and a fire to illuminate the dark on certain nights. And the most important, we have survived. To us, this feels like an achievement worth honoring. We can gather together at a campfire and celebrate at 1900 tonight. Let's do it. I mean, I'm just benevolent. I am generous. Oh, yeah, I got you guys. Don't worry. I'm more than happy to let you party. What kind of monster would not let you enjoy the last days of your life? Dude, Yoko is so good at this. She's almost done chopping all the trees. Now, granted, she hasn't hauled any of this back, but, you know, we're doing what we can. Look, she's going now. She just need a little incentive. That was all. Oh, no, Daniel had a heated argument with Vivian? Please, Daniel. Don't start this. Oh, he was pleased by Vivian. well. Oh, and was also angered by Vivian. Which one is it, Daniel? All right, after pissing me off by fighting with Daniel, though, she is planting. She is planting away. Good girl, Vivian. Oh, and we research antibiotics. Oh, this is amazing. We can put one of these here. I'm only going to do one for now because, you know, we don't have anything else to ferment here. But we are going to ferment things in the future, so don't worry too much about it. And we also have our campfire sitting. Go, go, go. Have fun in the celebration. I don't know what kind of celebration this is, but, you know, you have a fire. You have food. You're alive. You haven't been attacked by bugs. This is surely... I was about to say. Surely worth celebrating. Where are you guys? All right. Look, they're a little bit far, so that's good for me. And unfortunately, it's nighttime, so that means I'm going to miss a bunch more. I only have Carter, too. So he's the only one that's going to be able to go and kill them. It's not great, but it's not the end of the world. If they come here, they'll be able to fight with their little knives. It won't be amazing. But they'll survive, I think, so that's all that really matters. Should I let them celebrate? I think I'll let everybody else celebrate. I want Carter to have fun, but if he doesn't go around and go trim them down, he's going to have a harder time. So if you guys don't know, these will eventually attack you. So if you go over here and you start trimming them down a little bit, it's going to be a lot easier. So I'm going to draft them and have him do that. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. As long as they don't all attack at once, he's gonna be fine. Come on, my man. I believe in you. I trust in you. Don't miss. Don't miss. Yes. Okay. He missed, but that's fine. You back up. You can pause if you want and select the one you want to attack. And just keep running whenever your weapon's on cooldown like that. And just pause, attack, run, pause, attack. And there we go. We already handled 4. I gotta say, for the first attack, you really don't need anybody else other than the first person with a gun. But after the first attack, man, you probably want to get yourself like a little some defenses, because it can get really rough. Like by the third, you're really in trouble unless you have more than one person attacking. Maybe a rifle or a better gun in the first place. But, you know, we've been kind of unlucky with the guns. We haven't gotten any other guns, so it's just Carter and me. Carter and Lainey. Out in the wild, trying to survive, trying to keep everybody alive, honestly. We deserve a medal. Ah! Oh my god, Carter! Okay, maybe you deserve a medal. I am sucking it. Alright, never mind. He's fine. We're a team, okay? When you fail, I fail. When I fail, you fail. So you clearly failed. It couldn't have possibly been me. Oh! Maybe it was me. I have like a fascination with hitting at the wrong time. Because attack and move is the same. It's right click. So, you know, I do that a lot. And I also click many times. I know I only have to click once, but I don't know. I get really nervous, attack. I get really nervous, guys. At least I'm not fighting on 3x. That used to be my move. I mean, it's still my move whenever I have turrets. I just let it happen and see what happens in the future. But yeah, there's only 4 animals left, really. I think like 4 or 6 at most. Oh, and the misses, man. The misses are problematic. Your skills are improving, though, Carter. I will give you that. You are right about that. Just, I wish they were improving a little bit faster. Or that it wasn't nighttime. This is honestly not your fault. Okay. You're almost there, buddy. There we go. I think we're good. Undraft him. Yeah, he's gonna need some treatment. That's okay. And I could come over here and carve these out, but I don't need to. I mean, not the first round. It's not worth it. If they were out of food, I would say yeah, but they're not really out of food. And I can always go get the berries before the fall. So we should be okay. It should be, could be, maybe. I don't know. There's a chance. There's a 50% chance that we'll be okay. Envy Daniel for improving their skills. Oh, well. That could be good. Maybe. Envy is good. Oh, God. I don't know. I'll have her harvest these, which is going to give me butter squash, which is going to be great. I can make veggie stew. Going to prove to be amazing. And she can harvest those right now before they go bad. Even though she is failing quite a bit. You know, she's doing the best that she can. This is a new farmer, Vivian. Right? This was not her calling. This is just what she has to do to survive. Oh, poop on a stick. There's another thunderstorm. Do not strike any of my survivors. Do not strike any of my survivors. No lightning. No lightning. Well, you know what? This is working out just fine. Carter's right next to Metal, and he's not worried. Spaceship deconstruction is done. Yay, they'll be able to salvage these. So now I can set that to salvage, and hopefully he'll get that. It might get more stuff from salvaging, but I'm not sure. It's different stuff for sure. So that's going to be great. There's so many of these. We're going to be so rich. Carter, just keep doing your thing. And then you see how he's eating the butter squash by himself or just like raw? I'm going to have him remove that. In a pinch, I will allow it, but for now, I don't think we need to. So this is a really easy way to get them to eat whatever you want them to eat. You just keep copying and pasting the restrictions of everything you want them to eat. So they'll be able to eat everything that's cooked, and they'll be able to eat raw food eventually, just not this right now. And we might get to pickling. I think that would be kind of nice. Daniel is halfway done now with the weapons, which is great, because I'll get Vivian on crafting those as soon as I can. However, Vivian, I don't think she can plant the cloth yet. She cannot. Oh my god, Vivian. I know, you're trying so hard. You are trying so hard, but you're just not making it. Soon. Soon, TM. I might have her come all the way out here and maybe harvest other things. Maybe harvest all this corn and stuff. It's a little bit far away, but... Oh, no way! We have this plant. This plant is so good. It's just a vegetable, but it stays planted. So it's very, very good. I'll have him research that. I feel bad because I feel like Daniel should get this done first. So hopefully he'll get the weapon done. No. No. He prefers to observe bush. But I'm just gonna have him finish researching this first. And then he can go observe Bush, all right? I will allow it. Just please. Weapons first, Daniel. Priorities. Oh, and speaking of priorities, I should have Vivian come and get all the cotton if she can. This is going to be quite far for her, but she can do it. As you can tell, we are probably going to run out of room here for storage, so I went ahead and made this. I can put some shelves here, hopefully. I think that will give me the most amount of shelves, while also give me a path through this. You can also do the same thing that you do with the food with the shelves. So over here, I'm going to make it so that it can't take any raw food, any cooked meals. Nothing. The only thing that's going to be able to take is going to be like the raw resources. So I will copy those. I will paste that here. I will paste that here. I will paste that here. And I will paste that here and here. And what that's going to do is that eventually they'll move all these materials over to the shelves. And that's going to keep... Yeah, she's doing it already. That's why having a handler is really good. They'll always get it out of the way. And that way we can always have like big stacks of like stone, a lot of wood, a lot of scrap, all that stuff in these little ground ones. There goes Vivian. Going back home with 80 cloth. My good girl Vivian. Very, very good. I really want her to plant this though so she can get the levels. Yep, she's doing it. She's a star. Oh, she's gonna eat. I will allow it. I will allow it. Now back to work, girl. I'm gonna ferment the antibiotics here until I have, I don't know, 50? That's probably going to use all my corn, but that's good. Just having more antibiotics is just a good feeling. I don't want to have to deal with it later. Yeah, look, they don't sleep that long. I've never had survivors just sleep this little. Well, not Daniel. He's the lazy one of the group. He's still sleeping! Oh, there he goes. My God, Daniel. Everybody's been up for hours. Yoko's already transporting. Freaking, well, Carter's eating. I will allow it. It's like I have to keep allowing them to do like their just normal, natural task of life. Another thunderstorm? I gotta say, this map is ruthless. Daniel, you got it though, True Root. Oh, it's not the one I was expecting, I don't think, but this is really good. I was expecting the other berries, but I think these are pretty rare. And they have 100% growth here. Are you kidding me? What if I just make a big one of these? And maybe make less of this. Okay, reduce field maybe. Maybe like, no, who cares? We'll just make them into pickles. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm not going to have a lot of bandages, as you can probably deduce by the fact that, yeah, I have none. She's going to have to make some bandages from cloth. From scrap cloth. Hello. That'd be great. So that's going to be best, actually. So hopefully she can make it out of that. And then she can make some weapons. We're going to need a couple of bows. We're going to make it only out of cloth so you can see how it's always checked to use synthetic cloth, but we're never going to use that unless we absolutely have to. And then we're going to try to make 2. We only need 2. We already have a weapon, and Daniel can't fight, so... You know, it is what it is. Hopefully she'll get these done. But Vivian is so good at crafting that she's going to get that done in no time. Did it! Our first antibiotics! Yay! Who is in risk of meltdown, though? Daniel and Vivian. Alright, can I give them anything? Like, absolutely anything to have fun. I don't think I can. I mean, I can have him, like, relax. He's already relaxed. He does not want to relax. Okay, so, you know, he just has to just suck it up, Daniel. You know, you slept in. Vivian's been working hard since early morning. She has a reason to melt down. And I gotta say, Daniel hasn't had any, like, insights on this. He's been just researching at normal speed, like a peasant. This is unacceptable. I do think these guys do get along more than usual. Like, more than my usual people. I mean, never mind, Carter hates Daniel. But other than that, you know? Look, they all like Yoko. She likes Carter. She likes Daniel. She likes Vivian. Yeah, this is not terrible. Just Carter and Daniel haven't had time to talk, it's all. They're gonna be best friends in no time. I realized I thought I made her make bandages, but I was making her make cloth. But now she has bandages from scrap cloth. You don't have to do like the double thing where you have to turn it into cloth first and then scrap cloth. It just allows you to automatically do it, so it's nice. But I also put the bow higher, so hopefully she'll get to work on that first. And I was not wrong. There she goes. There she goes. She's hard at work. Get him, Vivian. Opportunity. What is this? Moonshine time, you know? I used to make the strongest moonshine back at home. How I miss those times. Getting my basement raided by those coppers and such. Anywho. I reckon we have the materials to make a distillery here. And we most certainly have enough grain. Let's get cracking, huh? He's just gonna give me the research? Sure. You know what? I've never done it. I've had them have a ton of wine, but I've never had them have a distillery. And why not? Enjoy yourselves, live a little. I guess you can make it in here too. You must be able to. Oh no, you can't. I thought you could because it was highlighted. No, we need an actual distillery. So for this, we're gonna need metal alloys. So that's why we got the furnace just now. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it here. And in fact, we might want to get 2 furnaces. But I don't want to go too wild because we don't have a whole lot of stuff. And we need to save a bunch of these for traps. So what we want to do, really, is start setting up where we want to do our defenses. So that's going to be kind of important because it needs to be quite a big area. And it's got to be like kind of where we go and we try to survive any attack. So I'm thinking like over here. It's not a bad place. It's like quite large and it will allow me to do whatever I need to do. To test it out, I'm going to get started back here. Like, all the way out here, we can go 30 tiles. Is that crazy? Yes. But is it? Nah. We'll start 30 there. And then we are going to copy this. I'm going to leave a bigger entrance than I usually do. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I hope so. It's girthy. It's girthy. It's certainly girthy. Oh, that's 60. Oh my god, how far did I go? I'll leave 24 there. 24 here. And that's going to be a really girthy path into... One more, the 25, one more. And now it's a 3-way. I'm gonna do a 3-way. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it. And it's just gonna be like a really long path. All right, and then we're gonna narrow things down over here. It's like I guess it's like a T. It's like an H. Yeah, but we're gonna narrow things down here. And then I'm gonna have my guys here and have them walk back through here. I'm gonna leave a little bit of room just in case I want to put some turrets or something on the side there. But, just for the future, let's just remove these here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that should be more than enough for anything. And then we copy here and we go in. All right. So there you go. I think that's going to be pretty good. The reason why I want to give them such a long path here at the edge is because I feel like they get so stuck if they don't. And over here, eventually we'll put turrets here. You see, you can kind of guess how it's going to go. It's going to be flames, maybe a couple of turrets on each side here. Then we're going to block this off so nobody can get over there, or nothing can get over there. And for the time being, I will have this be the box where they sit. I think I'm going to have him actually focus on the fortifications so that I can actually make this the tall stuff. Because it's no need for them to be able to be exposed over there. We don't want them exposed at all. And these will work for the purposes that we have. I also want to get a few traps in here. So definitely, you always want to put it on the actual markers. You can do it on the line or on the tip. It doesn't matter. Well, it matters a little bit, right? So if you're like starting at a certain area, it would make more sense to put it on the actual cross than on the line. Because over here, we could put it every cross, you see? Whereas over here, if we put it on the line, we only get 1, 2, 3, but we don't get this one. We get them at like a different angle, the crossings will mess them up. No! Animals! We do have another weapon, or we have 2 weapons, so we're okay. I'm gonna have Yoko pick it up. She's the next best one, and I'm gonna have Vivian pick it up too. We're gonna all go hunting, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, she had a meltdown right at the worst time. It is what it is, Oh, we can pickle though. Don't mind if I do. Oh no, we have some huge and some bloated. These guys, they take so much to kill. Oh, okay, the birds! Yes, birds! Yes, birds, please! Fight them! Win, birds! You're nimble. You're wise. Chop them up. Focus, everybody, focus on the same one, Okay, they're getting a little bit destroyed, but they're doing their best. Look, they're trimming the fat. Oh, they're running away. Oh, I'm so sorry, little bird. You tried your best, and honestly, you helped me quite a lot. Daniel and Vivian are having a meltdown now. I suppose it was about time. I mean, we still have a couple of them. We have Yoko and Carter, which are really all I need. Let's go, guys. We got this. Maybe. Oh, please. Yoko, you're amazing. She's doing it. She's doing it. And she's getting so much satisfaction from this. Yoko, enjoy blood. The blood of your enemies. Okay, that's really good. If those guys blow up in my little makeshift base, that's not gonna work either. My base is made out of basically paper at the moment. You're so good. An actual hero of men. Oh, Carter! Carter, no! Carter, no! Yes. Yoko, save him. Save him. Okay, no, don't hit poor little Yoko. She's just satisfied with your blood. She doesn't want her blood to be spilled, though. She only enjoys the murder of others. Oh, they're focused on different ones, but I think that's fine. As long as Carter focuses on the ones that... Oh, Carter took a little bit of a beating. That was that 3x catching up to me, you know? But it's fine. If you split them up, then they won't melee, which is the main part, right? If they don't have a spear or whatever. Even with a spear, they suck at melee, I'll be honest. She's fine. They just took a little bit of a beating. Not to worry, because Vivian made bandages, I am sure. I'm sure she wasn't wasting her whole time while I was out there. No. No way. Daniel will heal them. He is our medic. And Vivian will, keep making bandages, because that's her job. To make me happy. Oh, no. You got an infection that quickly? Well, good thing I do have antibiotics, so we're fine. And Daniel's healing Yoko. All right, they're fine. They just took a little bit of a tiny beating. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Vivian's already up. How about you make them some food, lady? A little whining doesn't hurt anyone, I guess. We'll allow it, Vivian. We'll allow it. Shared a childhood memory with Daniel. Oh, yes. Oh, Vivian can plant the cloth blossom. She can do it. She can cloth. Finally. Oh, man. This is looking so great. Yeah, they don't have a house yet, but it's fine. We worry about that in another season. This is going to be pretty good for defending ourselves. And I even might want to make more traps. Traps are basically the key to our success here. Whew. This extra long path, I don't even know if it's worth it. I guess I could sit them in here and have them attack. But eventually, their bows will reach pretty far. I just have to see how far they will actually reach. And then we'll go from there. I'm thinking more of like in the future, right? When I have traps and everything on those sides. Just kind of planning for the future. Sort of preparing unnecessarily in the present. What's new with me? Oh, wow. They're still hard at work. I'm so proud of them. The wooden fortifications are almost done. Which I kind of regret not making these out of that if they're about to finish. I guess they're 90%. I could. I mean, that would be dirty, but I could. I could do it. I could remove these. I could cancel all these orders and just make them. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because it's going to make it so much easier for me to stay alive. Just trust me. And we're going to make them out of this. They are so much stronger. Yes, they're made out of wood. But guys, look at the integrity. 250. So like, I know there's people who usually tell me that, oh, we could make them out of, out of stone. You would think that that would be stronger, but it's not. These are the strongest walls you can get. Yes, they're made out of wood, but it is what it is. I think eventually you can get foundations. Like once we can actually make houses, you can make foundations that are pretty strong. But as far as it goes, this is just the best that we can get. And this is going to be great. This is going to be so good. We're also going to put a door, of course. A door is a must. For the next research, I'm going to go with tailoring, construction basics, and flamethrowers. Tailoring so they can start making clothing for the winter. I mean, it is summer now. And then construction basics so they can start making their house. And flamethrowers so they can start making the flamethrowers. They're so good. They're so good. Eventually, we'll just remove a couple of these, put the flamethrowers here. And it's honestly off to the races. They are so good at getting rid of the bugs. It's actually incredible. But as you can see, they've gotten super far along on this horde base. At the very least, they'll be able to use the traps to get around the bugs. So that's going to be already so much easier to deal with anything. We'll go out there, we'll try to deal with them, and then we'll deal with the traps. We also have 3 people armed, which, 2 people armed, but I don't know why not. We have an extra bow, don't worry. There it is. And then we're going to get some melee weapons very soon, but she's going to get to work in no time. She's just making a little bit more bandages. And as far as it goes, she also has this whole thing planted. She has not planted the cotton. Hopefully she'll do that during the summer. I do need to get that done as soon as possible. So actually, Vivian, just before I forget, that thing needs to get done right away. If the cotton doesn't raise before the winter, then it'll just disappear and then we won't get it. So that would be kind of bad. So yeah, there you go. I feel like overall, they're doing absolutely great. It's almost as if they know that their whole survival depends on how much they work. Yes, they've melted down a couple times, but I'll be honest, they've had a rough time. They've had to deal with a lot of bugs. They've had to deal with being stranded here. They've had to deal with each other's personalities, which, by the way, they're very good at dealing with. I think Daniel and Vivian might be a thing. Who knows? You know, Vivian and Carter. I have no idea, but Vivian is actually a very popular girl. Even Yoko loves Vivian. And by love, I mean, look, guys, right? When you're not minus 50, they love them, okay? I have been at minus 76 on some of the relationships, so I'm thinking we're doing pretty good here. You might have discounted the elderly, thinking, oh, no way, you know? They might not make it. They might be too tired. They might need too much sleep. They might not be ready for this survival adventure, but I tell you not. These people are the salt of the earth. These people will lead us to victory for the first time. I vow to get one of these out alive. Unless they die of natural causes, in which case, you know, I'll get their descendants out alive. That's as much as one could possibly hope for in this life. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like. It helps me out a lot. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Until then, bye. These two, I have such high hopes.